What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video from Bulls to the Wall Trading. This is going to be a watch list video for October 18th, 2017. Before I get into it, as always, I need to let you know that I am not a financial planner or a financial advisor, so please do your own research and don't invest on anything that I tell you unless you feel it's a good stock based on your own criteria. I have a lot of stocks here today, so I'm going to make this really fast like I always do. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, leave me a comment, and if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. First one that I have is AGEN, and if you've been watching my videos, you know what I look for. I look for a high, and I draw my line there, and I just follow through the following morning, hoping that with good volume, the price can go above this line that we drew right here. So right now the price is currently at about $4.62, so it has a long way to go, but I'm gonna keep that on there just in case. Next one, ITEK. This one I did not draw my line, but the high was at $2.78, so I'll draw my line right here. This one took a dip right before the market closed, but I still like it because it had a high yesterday, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. Most likely it's not going to do anything, but you never know. This is why I keep all of these in a watch list, because you never know what it's going to do. Next one, IDRA. These lines are previous lines that I had drawn here from a previous time, so they're not relevant anymore, so I will delete them and I will draw them at the high, which is $2.74. What I like about this one is that it opened the day, it went down to $2.25, but slowly started to creep back up. So it doesn't have that much volume, but I do like this creep up right here. EYES is the next one. This one I had it picked out this morning on my pre-market scanner because of this big movement, but then it just kind of sold off and consolidated. However, I do like it because of this high, and it has 2 million in volume. It's not all that great, but it looked like it had a little spike right here after the market closed. Just gotta keep an eye on it, and hopefully it can start to slowly move back up. INFI, this one is one that I've had several times, I think the last couple weeks. Let me take a look here. Okay, so I have my line drawn here at 389, so that could be a potential entry point, but it could also be one right here at 314. So I'm going to draw my line right here, and also keep in mind that I have one drawn at 314. So I just have to keep that in mind, and if you are putting this on your watch list, just keep that in mind that you should have, well, I don't want to say you should, but I personally am going to have two lines, one at 314 and one at 389. Next one, SRAX. Again, I had some lines here, some previous lines from some time ago. They are not relevant anymore as the price already moved past those lines. This one looks really good. It moved all the way up right before the market closed to $5.75. So I'm gonna draw my line right there if I can get to it. Come on. I'll just draw it at 576. So tomorrow we want this one to keep going and hopefully break above 575. What you have to keep in mind though with this one is that if somebody bought in right here at this potential move up, let's say around $3, and they didn't sell today, if this price stays around here tomorrow around, let's say $4.70 something cents, when the market opens, these people that bought here are going to sell. They're going to take their profits and sell. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one, if it has good volume and it keeps moving, I wouldn't be surprised if at the open it just kind of dips down a little bit and then continues its movement up. And that's just people cashing in their profits. But you know, we have to keep that in mind, and we have to keep this one on the watch list because we don't know what it's going to do. For all we know, the volume isn't going to be there, and it might not do anything. But it has 7 million in volume, and it just made a really big move. So definitely like that one. ETRM. Jeez, I had lines all over the place with this one, so let me delete all these lines. And I don't know why it's, oh, there it is. Clear drawing. So my high point is at 260. So that's where I'm going to draw my line. It has a long way to go. It's at around $2, but it has 8 million in volume. So I think the potential is there because of the high volume, and it had this nice little spike in the morning, and it also moved in the post and pre-market. So hopefully it can have that movement tomorrow morning before the market opens and keep it going as the market opens. The FFN is another one that I found today. So this one went all the way up to $2.97. That's where I'll put my line. Actually, I'm not going to put it at $2.97. I'm going to put it at $2 because whole numbers is a resistance line. It's a mental resistance. I'm sorry, not $2, $3. So right there. So I want this one to break $3, not $2.97. So every whole number to $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on is a mental resistance. So this one went up to $2.97, didn't get to $3, and it went down. So for me to get in, this one needs to have good volume, and it needs to break above $3. So these are the ones I'm keeping an eye on. Let's go to the continuations. I have a lot here, so I'm gonna try to power through this as quickly as possible. DMPI, I've had this one before. Let me see where that line is. It's at $1.04. So let's see, where is it at right now? It's at around 90 cents. So I'm going to keep that one right here. I'm going to keep my line right there at 104. I want this one to break above 104. So nothing's going to change there. ADXS, again, this one had a nice little movement up to highs of 424. I'll draw my line there. Not great volume, but I do like this little spike up. BW, this one's one that I've made money on before. Let me get rid of these old drawings. I'll draw my high at 444, and you guys know the rest. Follow through. We want that movement up with good volume. BNTC, the chart doesn't look all that great, but I'm keeping it because it had this sharp little move right here, and it made highs to 338, so it's definitely something that I want to keep an eye on. Most likely it's not going to do anything, but this little high move, steep move right here caught my eye. BBG, again, this one's one that I've had before. It reached highs of 447, so again, putting my line right there. This one could be a better play at 450, but we'll see what happens. Why did I have this one? Let's see, do I have a line in here? Because oh, this is why. Okay, so I'm gonna draw my line at 74 cents. So I have to keep that in mind when I look at this chart. There's my line right there, so it's currently at 72 cents. If it can break above 74, I think it'll be a good one. LINU, this one's another one that has had a good run, and I've made money on this one before. That was an old line I just deleted. It reached highs of 242 today. I'm going to draw my line right there, and this line is probably another previous high. Yep, so 259. So if you are looking to get into LINU, we could do a break above $2.42 and potentially get out at $2.59 because that's where the old resistance is. OPTT, this one looks really good. Let me get rid of this line. I'm gonna put my line right here at 194. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to delete that and I'm gonna put it at 2. Because again, the whole dollar amounts, what happened? Whole dollar amounts are a big mental resistance. So why get in at 194 and potentially get stopped out at $2? So we rather for the price to go above $2, and then we should be good. HTGM, again, this is another one that I had. identify the high point 258, draw our line and follow through. CLD, same situation here, 440. And I'm going pretty quickly because I want to explain what it is that I do in the morning, because this is a lot of stocks and I don't check on all of these. So RIGL, next one up, it had a nice little run towards the market close and it reached highs of $4.29, so that's where I'll draw my line. APHB is the next one. Let me remove these drawings. As you can tell, these old lines, you can tell that the price breaks through, so that kind of acts as a confirmation that when the price breaks through with good volume, it could be a runner. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's always going to happen, but it does happen. DEST, it reached highs at the market, at the post market, 244, so I'll draw my line there. GLUU, again, this is a perfect example. I drew my line right here and look what happened when it broke through. It had a nice little pop and then a nice little pop right here. So I'll draw my line at 471 and get rid of this one. So remove that. And EOT, this one, I have my line at 199, but I'm actually going to delete that and put it at $2. Again, for that same reason that I mentioned. Whole dollar amounts are a big mental resistance. And it has 62 million in the volume. And this one is the one that killed it today. TRXC has 136 million in volume, which is ridiculous. So I'm going to remove these drawings. And look at this, perfect example. It went up and it stopped at $5, which is what I keep mentioning, that whole dollar amounts are a big resistance point. So if this one can break above 5, it could be very, very, very good. So those are the ones that I have, these right here and these right here. So that's a lot. That's probably like, I don't know, like 20 something. So what do I do in the morning? When I come in the morning, I turn on my laptop, I open Thinkorswim, and I open my watch list, and I just sort it by the volume, and I only focus on the ones that have close to 100,000 volume in the pre-market and moving up. So if I were to move in and let's say this one has 2,000 in volume, I'm not even looking at it. So I'll just start looking, and I'll start looking probably from like 60,000, 70,000 and up, and I'll just start looking to see what the chart is doing. And I'll do the same thing with my ones that I keep an eye on. I sort it by volume and just look at the ones that have high volume. After that, I select 2 or 4 and I focus on those. And that's basically what I do. I then go to trade, active trader. I plug them in here and I just eye them. Wait for this to load. It looks kind of weird right now because it's the post market, but this allows you to view 4 stocks at a time, so you can see what's going on at the same time. So that's what works for me, and that's what I like to do. So I'm going to leave it there. Again, this is my watch list for October 18th, 2017. Please like and subscribe if you like these videos. Leave me a comment if you are not sure about what it is you are seeing, or if you want me to clarify anything. For those new viewers, what is Bulls to the Wall Trading? This is just a channel for me to help people out and give you guys my tips and my experiences in the stock market. Check back in tomorrow for my recap video, and I hope everybody has a great rest of your night and a good day in the markets tomorrow. See you guys later.